What will happen when Warwick students cross the state border?
What factors need to be considered when choosing a new school?
And what should we all remember to give thanks for? Find out the answers to those questions and more on this edition of Wildcat News. Hello and welcome to this November 2024 edition of Wildcat News. I'm Brooke Holzhauer.
And I'm Natalia Jakob. Normally, we would be coming to you from our WVTV studio at Warwick Valley High School, but not today.
Welcome to Studio B, located inside of Hamilton Hall on the campus of William Patterson University in Wayne, New Jersey. With the recent passing of Halloween, the art students at Warwick Valley High School once again decided to carve up some scares and try and slay their competition.
Halloween is a time known for costumes, candy, and most importantly, carved pumpkins. Students in the art club have been working for weeks to perfect the art of carving in order to present the perfect pumpkins at the Crystal Springs Pumpkin Carving Competition. Warwick has competed for 6 years, and with winning last year, the students have a strong motivation to keep that streak going.
So the theme for this year's Crystal Springs Annual Pumpkin Festival is Game of Thrones. I think we're really going to bring the competition this year. I think we're pretty fierce. We have over 26 pumpkins that were carved by the portfolio class. Art Club did all of the paintings and some of our set designs and props. I think we're in it to win it.
As Warwick is the only team from New York, students in the art club as well as those in Mr. Mano's set design class have been hard at work. From building a towering throne to carving intricate details, these students have made many fond memories.
So a fun memory that I have from building this stuff in set design is just really being able to get to know the people in my class, because building this stuff was really fun, but also I think there's only 6 of us, so we got to really know each other and we talked a lot and it was just so much fun.
Tonight, they're traveling out to Vernon to see how they stack up against the competition and to see which house will sit upon the Iron Throne. From WVTV, this is Riley Seijas signing off.
While the competition was extra fierce this year, the Warwick students were able to keep their winning streak alive, capturing most of the judges' votes and capturing the $1,000 first place prize.
For seniors at the high school, the fear associated with Halloween can live on as they try to navigate their lives after graduation. Fortunately for them, there recently was an event that put many of those fears to rest.
With every new year comes a new senior class thinking about what comes next in their life. The annual college fair that Warwick provides is here to help.
So some of the benefits are that students, sometimes it's expensive to go and visit a college in person. And students want to have an opportunity to make contact with reps and find out information about the schools before they spend money to go and visit. And this is a great opportunity for students to meet with representatives in one location and gather information.
While talking to faculty is a great insight, there is no one better to talk to than the students themselves.
What do you think of the college fair?
It's been a lot of fun. I'm getting a lot of good information about all the different colleges. I went to one of my #1 schools and I got a bunch of new information about it that I didn't really know beforehand, and it's helping me learn what I need to do to go into my intended major.
Some students want to know about specific majors or information, but others just want to know what life is like on the campus.
The college fair helps with my college decision because you're able to talk to a representative from that college. They can give you extra info and input, that they have because they work there. They know about the on-campus life and off-campus, and they know about how the programs work. So it gives you a little bit of a perspective as to how the college really works.
Sometimes picking the perfect college is stressful, so events like this help students take the edge off of what many students find to be a nerve-wracking decision. This is Joseph Jockel signing off for WVTV.
Just over 61% of high school graduates go on to college. According to research, the top 5 factors to consider when selecting a college are location, majors available, reputation, size of school, and total cost of attendance.
Speaking of attending, the cost of going to see your favorite sports team in action is not cheap. The cost for 2 people to go root on the local franchise easily can cost over $200. Fortunately for most of us, there is another option.
With all the sports going on in the world right now, there are so many options for what to watch. So I went around the halls of Warwick Valley High School to find out what people are watching. My favorite sport to watch right now is football because it's so intense and you don't know what to expect and you don't know what's coming.
My favorite sport to watch is basketball because, well, I play basketball and I love, just watching them, go back and forth. It's really competitive and it's really entertaining.
I really like to watch motocross just because it's pretty extreme most of the time and they're really good at keeping it interesting and the commercials are pretty fire most of the time.
My favorite sport to watch is probably football, and it's because it's a lot of fun to watch it with like my family and stuff.
It's fun watching football in general because, number one, you get to see people run into each other and not be yelled at. And it's generally a fun game because it's complex but also easy to understand.
My favorite sport to watch right now is phone booth boxing. It's mainly like a Russian sport because, I don't know, Russian people are pretty extreme, I would say. And yeah, it's really extreme. It looks very interesting. So
We heard a lot of different opinions today, but there's only one right opinion. It's basketball. It by far has the best storyline and the most exciting superstars. From WVTV, I'm Caden Nagel. Back to you in the studio.
Of the 4 major sports leagues in the U.S., the NFL is number 1. It continually has the highest average attendance, television ratings, and merchandising revenue.
When Wildcat News returns, we will give you an insider's view into the magic that it takes to bring a performance to life.
We will also look at a new high school council that is designed to help develop future leaders. Don't go away. Wildcat News will be right back.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Welcome back to Wildcat News. I'm Natalia Jakob. For many of us, when life gets too busy, we seek a temporary escape and entertainment. Each fall drama department at our high school always manages to create what we need.
Plays are a wonderful thing that bring communities together. While watching a play is very entertaining, most people don't think about all the hard work that goes into it.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think I figured out.
The crew starts preparing their skills all the way back in September. One of the most important roles in plays is the director. For most, Tech Week is extremely stressful, but the director is always running around no matter what week it is.
Okay, so what's the hardest part of directing is, I would say, putting all of the things together, all of the pieces together, working with all of the production teams, the producer, our costume manager, the lighting, the sound, and the actors, and just kind of putting it all together. But it's a joy to do it, so it doesn't really feel difficult, it doesn't really feel like work, so it's great.
The director's job is vital, but with no actors, there is no play. As opening night approaches, actors are polishing up their skills and making sure they do great during their live performances.
So Tech Week for me is 5 days of a lot of work, a lot of running the show. It's stressful but enjoyable. I think it's a lot of long rehearsals and we do a lot, so yeah.
This Tech Week, actors are stressing, but there is someone who has an even more stressful week. That is the director.
So what does our tech week look like? It is busy. This year was a little bit crazier than usual because we were not in school on Tuesday, and so the cast had to come back and the crew had to come back on Tuesday to school kind of later in the afternoon, even though they weren't in school, so we all had to kind of come back here. And then yesterday we ended up getting to do our rehearsal starting around 11 o'clock in the morning, like right around lunchtime, and we just worked through the end of the day.
The play's weight is heavy on the director and actors' shoulders. But it is not just them who have to carry the weight. At the Warwick Valley High School, we have our own student audio and lighting engineers. They also must do a lot to make this play run smoothly.
So during Tech Week, I oversee everything, and we have to get a lot of the sound and audio set. So that includes getting all the mic cues ready for everybody. Everyone gets a mic number, and every cue has to be added. For this show, there's a lot of sound effects and audio music tracks that we all had to get downloaded to.
During Tech Week, my job is to make all of the finalized lighting cues. Anytime the light changes for a different scene or a different person coming on, or in this case, a magical effect, the lights must change, but I can't change all of them at once, so I pre-program them all and then just press a button when it's time for the actual show.
With these two people, this play becomes very professional. These jobs are usually not thought of when watching a play, but without them, the performance loses its magic. Productions of such are very fun to watch and create. Even though this week brings a lot of stress and hard work, the satisfaction of the play going smoothly is worth it. So, if you're going to watch a play sometime soon, think about all the hard work that goes into it before criticizing it.
Over 12 million people go to plays every year. If you missed out on Puffs this fall, have no worries. The spring musical of Legally Blonde is sure to be a hit.
Making the right decision and rally people to a cause is no easy task. While many people think being in charge would be great, it takes a certain skill set that is best developed over time.
People around the world, whether in a band, at work, or even on a sports team, struggle with learning and having the ability to truly lead. We gathered the club presidents in our student body of our school to teach them how to become even better leaders and what being a leader truly takes and means. Leading people requires multiple different skills, but instead of me telling you what it takes to be a leader, why don't we hear it from someone at the top of our district?
Yeah, today was certainly a pleasure to catch up with some of our student body. And let me start by saying it was exciting to see our principal and her team, consulting with student leaders that are in the building and beginning a series of workshops where we ask them, teach them a little bit about leadership. But even more important than that, we ask them to become active participants in terms of solving some of the challenges that our school faces.
This is the first ever Executive Student Leadership Council meeting, and it is great to hear that our superintendent still loves coming back to the high school and seeing the leaders we are forming right here in the stomping grounds of Warwick Valley. However, it wouldn't be a first meeting without being just a little unsure of what to expect.
So coming into this meeting, I had high expectations. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, but I knew that it would be a great experience with all of my friends.
My initial thoughts coming to this, I honestly just didn't even know what to expect. I was kind of scared, but I'm good now.
Sometimes it's good to go into meetings with a little understanding and info on what you are about to talk about. However, in this case, it was nice because the expectations were all over the place, but we were able to see if those expectations were met in reality or if they stayed imaginary.
I think this meeting was a great way to show leaders how you can interact more and just be a better leader with what you're doing.
After the meeting, I was quite surprised with some of the events that took place. We learned a lot about leadership, and we were able to work with people that we have never even interacted with before. And I overall think that was a very positive experience, and a lot of us gained a lot from this experience.
Becoming a better leader is difficult, but it was good to see all the club leaders come together to practice some exercises that would be a good start for them to truly develop their skills on how to lead their respective clubs. But was it successful?
Yeah, so the exercises that the students participated in today were a first step, not only to make some, probably some simple connections in terms of cause and effect, but more importantly, to begin to establish relationships, because here you have representatives from throughout the school, whether it's the athletic community, the music, drama community, or various clubs, students that maybe don't always interact together and maybe have very different opinions at times. So you want to begin to foster those relationships so as they work more collegially to solve some of the challenges that we have ahead, they have relationships that, that they've built so that we begin to establish some trust amongst the group.
At the end of the day, it is truly an honor to be a leader of anything, no matter what that is, because that proves the trust, respect, and loyalty that people will have for you, and it takes a certain type of person to be able to handle all of the responsibilities.
Warwick Valley High School is home to over 40 unique and different clubs for people to join. It all begins with getting involved, and who knows what future leader might be inside of you.
When Wildcat News returns, we will discover the real value of time it takes when put to good use.
We will also learn what makes Thanksgiving so personal to all of us. Don't go away. Wildcat News will be right back.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the Vape Talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the Vape Talk.
Welcome back to Wildcat News. I'm Brooke Holzhauer. As we move into the full swing of the holiday season, many people truly get into the holiday spirit. Some of Warwick Valley's very own are discovering that the best gift you can give is their time.
Warwick is often seen as an affluent community, but many people don't realize just how many families are in need. Some find it very difficult to put food on the table during the holidays. Students at Warwick Valley High School participate in the food drive through the Interact Club. This organization is focused on community service, which is super helpful to families around the holidays.
The impact is immeasurable. These families are so thankful for what we send over, and we just don't only send them a meal, we send them the makings for like a week's worth of food by the time all is said and done.
Ms. Vogler has been a part of the Interact Club for 21 years and finds it rewarding not just for the students, but for the community at whole.
I love watching the entire community, not just the students, but the teachers, the faculty, the staff, the nurse's office, the guidance office, the main office. Everybody takes part in it and provides food, and so it really is more like the school community coming together.
The food drive is an amazing way to bring people together during the holiday season. For Warwick Valley Television, this is Stephen Magooch reporting.
Over 40 million families benefit from charitable food contributions each year. Donations can be dropped off at the Warwick United Methodist Church on Forrester Avenue, Tuesdays through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to noon. Please consider donating to make a difference.
Holiday memories and traditions can be both unique and unifying. The same can be said for the emotions that drive us. John Michael put that theory to the test in his report.
We all love Thanksgiving, the food, the turkey, the food, but that's not all it's about. It's also about being thankful for what you have. So let's find out what people are thankful for.
What I'm thankful for, I would probably say everything, just the job I have, the people I know in my life, my family, being healthy. I think just I'm thankful for everything, and I'm glad that I'm living the life that I have right now.
And one thing I'm grateful for is my friends, and one reason for that is that they've been here like for me throughout the whole school year, starting from freshman to sophomore.
One thing I'm thankful for is mostly my family, like my mom, my dad, my brother, my dog, and my uncles and aunts and cousins that live in New York City. And the reason why I'm thankful for them is because they do a lot for me. I mean, they raised me my whole life.
So things I'm thankful for: my wife. I have 3 great boys. I have 2 dogs. I love teaching at Warwick. Very happy with my students every year. I'm very grateful that I'm in such a good building with good co-workers.
We all constantly want newer and better things, but Thanksgiving gives us a chance to be thankful for what we already have. Now, most people think I would say I'm thankful for Beyblades, but I'm actually thankful for family. From Warwick Valley TV, I'm John Michael Labasco, and back to the studio.
Research findings paint a vivid picture of the American dedication to family and feasting. According to the report, the average American is willing to embark on a 4.6-hour journey for a taste of home.
That will do it for this edition of Wildcat News. I'd like to thank the Warwick Valley Television crew for bringing me back to be part of this production.
And we would like to thank you, Professor Clark, and the University of William-Patterson for affording us this opportunity to produce our newscast in your facility.
Thanks for watching.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.